sensational song.
Thank you.
Now, when was it first released?
Let's see. Well, I had the release on it. I had the release on it in October of last year.
Yeah.
And Cliff Richards had the release on it in October of last year.
And you also went to #1 in the US.
Close, number 2.
Right up to the top. But
Right,
then it, on its way down, it came up again.
Yes, because the war happened, and it suddenly became the anthem for the war,
Yeah.
for the Gulf War. I was really surprised. I didn't expect it to happen, but as the tension mounted, the interest in the song grew. It seemed to have, seemed to be saying something to people that they wanted to hear.
That's right. Now, this fabulous new album you've got, Some People's Lives, has got a fantastic mix of songs on it. Did you choose these? You've got Cole Porter and Modern Jazz Track.
My God,
But
what else have I got to do?
You've got such a mix there, from Miss Otis Regrets to really up-tempo dance things. Is this, do you think, to take your old fans with you and create new ones?
Well, it's, you know, I think it's, I got sidetracked in the late 70s, actually the early 80s. I decided I wanted to be a disco star.
Yeah.
And I made a couple of records that were really abysmal.
Oh,
and
go on, what were they?
Oh, go on, what were they? Well, my producer is here, and he always blanches when I mention these songs, because this was really the low point of my life, these two songs. One was a song called Married Men, and I think I was in a cover war on that one, too. And the other one was really the low point of my life, which was Nights in Black Leather. That song has dogged me to this day. It's the worst of the excesses of the disco age. It was hideous, hideous song.
But does this mean you've hung up all your corsets?
It had things like, it had lyrics like, he smelled just like a brand new car. I mean, it was demented. Have I hung up my corsets? No,
Yeah.
no. Others have stolen them.
Who's stolen
Others are wearing my corsets. No names shall be mentioned.
But do you miss those early days when you sang in a bathhouse?
I do miss them.
Like?
I miss them terribly. I had so much fun. It was unconscionable how much fun I had.
But just tell me, we don't have bath. Well, I mean, we may do. But we don't call them bathhouses here.
What do you call them, Deb?
I don't know, Bette, but tell me what it was like singing in them.
Well, there were 1,500 people in a room the size of where we're sitting.
Yeah.
And they all had towels around their waists and nothing else.
Sort of steam bath.
It was steamy. There was a lot of business going on in the back that I tried valiantly to ignore. And there was a swimming pool over here, I remember, and then there was a lunch counter over there. So he had like the man who owned the place, Stephen Ostro, he had a very nice mix of activity, you could say. When you got done with one thing, you could always jump into the pool, that sort of thing, and get a hamburger and some fries. And I was the Friday night entertainer, and I started there because I needed money so badly, and I had nothing, and I started there one Friday night, and I was such a roaring success that I was held over for a long, long time, for on and off for a couple of years. I was there.
You must have been steamed pretty clean by then.
Well, I certainly had my eyes opened, if that's what you mean. A lot of things were open.
On one of your earlier albums, Mud'll Be Flung Tonight, you actually had to have a warning on it. What did that say?
I think it said, this record is offensive to Bruce Springsteen and Madonna.
Now, what is this with Madonna? Because last time you were on the Wogan show with Mr. Wogan himself, you said you wanted to meet her. Had you met her?
I met her subsequently, I think, because I did the Wogan show a long time ago. I met her subsequently at a nightclub, and then I didn't see her for a long time. And then she had she was the APLA, the American, let's see, let me get this straight. It was an AIDS benefit, and I went and gave her an award. And our paths don't cross.
No, but
she's very talented.
She's a nice girl.
Very nice girl.
And you were there. You're leading her on. She just said something really nice.
Really? Slime. Now it's going to get back to her that I dished her on this show. You realize that? And I'm going to be in terrible, terrible hot water because Roseanne Barr threatened to kill me. Oh, I don't know. I must have said something that set her off. I was misquoted in a magazine article, and she threatened to kill me. I was frightened. She said she was going to sit on me, or else we were going to have to. And I was upset because I like her.
Yes,
I like her.
She's a good
She
girl.
makes me laugh. I think she's funny. But you know, sometimes they get hold of these things, of things that you say when you're having a bad day or this or that, and your words are twisted, and then they come after you, you know. So
I know.
I try to be very polite, really, very polite.